start off our day with something wonderful or hear a story about someone being marvelous. Let's make today Wonderlous. This is the podcast that gives you a daily dose of feel-good, uplifting stories from around the world. Welcome to another episode of Wonderlous News. I'm Hoyt Christopher. Let's get right to it. Our first news segment is Michael Jordan donates $10 million to the Make-A-Wish Foundation for his 60th birthday. That's right. Good old Michael Jordan, the GOAT, in my opinion, and many others. He's not new to donating to charities and philanthropies around the world over the course of his career, and he continues to, obviously. He just had his 60th birthday, and this $10 million donation to the Make-A-Wish Foundation is the largest by any individual to date. So here we go again, Michael, just setting records over and over again. The GOAT does it. If you know Michael Jordan, if you know him at all from the news, from playing and, just being who he is, he's just incredible. So the Make-A-Wish Foundation obviously uses this money in such an amazing way and really, really great stories to give these terminal children a wish that is just extraordinary, right? It could be meeting their all-time favorite actor, actress, musician, athlete, individual business person, whoever it may be. It could be going on a trip, having an experience, but something that this foundation does an amazing job at. And this is a feel-good story because that money, that $10 million that Michael Jordan donated, is going to go and really help out so many of these kids in this foundation. I love that. We need more Michael Jordans in this world, not just for philanthropies and donating like this, but also we could use some more Michael Jordans on the court. We could use more Michael Jordans in a lot of different sports. So thank you, Michael Jordan, and congrats to the Make-A-Wish Foundation and everything they do. We love it here, and we support it here at Wonderless News. Next segment, Ring camera captures unforgettable milestones in this couple's life. So we all know the Ring camera, right? There's multiple Ring cameras. There's ones that are on the door, which is how they started. So if you ring the doorbell, they can actually see you. You can use the app to see who's at your front door if you're home or not home. But they also provide security cameras and they have ones that are inside the house too. So this couple, Megan and Alex Herrig, they're a couple from Georgia. They noticed that looking through the recorded and saved footage of their Ring camera, that the Ring camera captured some amazing moments for them in the course of their relationship. So the first moment was after their first date. They didn't kiss, but on the doorstep they gave, they hugged. So that was really cool. And then, another big one was when they got married. So when they got married, what happened was, Alex carried Megan across the threshold, and the Ring camera inside the house captured that. So Ring camera, it's good for, finding people trying to take your Amazon package, or making sure you don't open the door to the wrong person. But it's also clearly can be a great, great tool for capturing amazing moments in your life. And this is what Alex and Megan did. So congrats to them. And what a great story. I love that. The first hug and the walking across the aisle or through the threshold. And then probably the next is going to be bringing their baby girl or boy home. So, up next is the Wonderless Moment of the Day, brought to you by our sponsor, Rise by Shaman Angelina. She has an amazing store on Etsy. She makes handmade coastal jewelry, necklaces, and other items. I definitely encourage you to check it out. The link to her store, to the Etsy store, is in the body of the podcast as well as on the YouTube channel if you're there. So find that, click over, and check out her stuff. Buy a couple things from her. She's got great items for sale. And here's the moment. It's going to feature a coastal sunset with some music. So take 20 seconds to watch and listen and kind of clear your mind and get ready for the rest of your day. Here we go. Here's a good question. So what do you prefer? Sunsets or sunrises? As you can see, I prefer sunsets probably. Always have. Not to say that a sunrise isn't amazing, the start of a new day, and I've seen plenty, but I really, really appreciate sunsets. For some reason, I love watching that sun go down. Obviously, I'm here on the West Coast in California, so seeing a Pacific sunset is very easy, but love sunsets. And again, thank you to our sponsor, Rise by Shaman Angelina. All right, our next segment is a mom of 4 started medical school in her 40s and says it's never too late to follow your dreams. Okay, so get that. In her 40s, she started medical school. What happened is Shimon, I think it's pronounced. She's a 43-year-old mother of 4 from Cleveland, Ohio, and she decided that when COVID had happened, she was talking, I think, to her niece, and her niece was asking her all these questions about COVID and the virus and so forth. She's already somewhere in the medical industry, but not a doctor. And so she was trying to give her the information. She realized that when her niece was talking to her that she had a lot of incorrect information. And for Shimon, she decided, you know what? I want to help people. I want to help people when they're not feeling good. I want to give them the right information, and I want to heal as many people as I can. So I'm going to go back to school, and I'm going to become a doctor. So yeah, never too young to go back to school. I mean, and medical school is not, a couple years. You are, 4 years of school, and then, at least a few more years or so of residency. So she's on that path, and it's, in some ways at 43, it's the middle of your life, but she's doing it. She's becoming a doctor. The other reason too was it wasn't just for her, but as a Black woman, mother and wife, she really wanted her community to have someone that they could look up to. And in that position for her, being a female African-American doctor was something that she felt would really, really help her community and help with her patients like herself, right? To relate, or the doctor to relate more to the patients. And that was one thing that she said, relate better to their patients, having access to another, an African-American doctor. So great job, Shimon. I wish you the best of luck. And, take that, she's going to take that test and get that doctorate get her degree and become a doctor. So, this is the Wonderlous thought. Again, your stories, if you have them, you'll send them to me. But my Wonderlous thought is really about education, going back to school, kind of what Shimon did, right? So she decided she wanted to go back to become a doctor. I'm saying that you're never too young to learn. In fact, I think that we all need to continue to learn. You don't have to go to med school. You don't have to go back to school or start school late if that's not what you want to do. But there's a benefit to all of us educating ourselves, and we can learn so much with the resources that are available to us now online. Technology has opened up those doors. You can learn to do about anything. You can be just about anyone that you imagine or wish to believe you can be. And it takes some education. I think all of us could do ourselves and our community a world of good if we could really put our minds to the test and learn something new every year. At least every day is a lot, but maybe every day, every week, every month, every year, learn something new. It could be a hobby. It could be increasing your education in your field or your career. But whatever it is, stay educated. Stay in school if you're in school. And when you get out of school, never stop learning. Never stop growing. Never stop challenging yourself. That's the key. So listen, if you have a feel-good, positive story of your own or someone close to you, please share it with us. The email is right there on the screen. Send me that email with that story. You can include pictures and video, your name or not. Send it to me so I can read it here on the show, and we can start getting some feel-good stories from around the world from all of you out there listening and watching. So thanks again for watching and listening. I'm Hoyt Christopher, and this is Wonderlous News. I will see you. I'll see you tomorrow. and talk to you tomorrow. Bye.